Yo, what is good, guys? Nicolada here. Today, guys, I'm gonna show you some Luke subs. There's been a little bit of an increase on Luke, obviously, with Noah the Prodigy popping at almost every event now, every major. We have Mena pulling out the Luke at Evo. I did see that. That was pretty cool. And I did see also a lot of Lukes at Evo when I was there. I will be making a vlog about that soon. Right now, I'm just kind of settling back, trying to get back into. Yeah, guys, let's get right into it. To start off, guys, I think what we'll start off with something very simple, more or less like, oh, this is a pretty easy step anyway. Do this. So we'll start off with his light knuckles, and then we'll keep advancing more and more. So with his light knuckle, you could just do crouching medium punch, light jab, light knuckle. And you are plus 36 after this. You can get 2 dashes or 1 dash. If you do 1 dash, you can do a me sub. If you do 2 dashes, you can bait an ODDP. I will be showing you. So as you see, you can get a heavy knee off of just 1 dash, which is pretty solid. And also it's mirrorless, which is very nice to have. If you do want to bait an ODDP, you will just do the same thing. Instead, you cannot press a button because you are -2 after the second dash. There you go. You see a nice little simple setup to start off. Obviously, you can add more layers to this setup with implementing drive rush after the knockdown. After you do the knockdown with light knuckle, you could do drive rush, stand jab, and you could either grab, you could go low with a light kick, or you could do a trade combo. So you have 3 options, which are very good. And also you're only using 1 bar, not that, and I will be showing you these. That's the one where you can go low with light kick. That's the one where you could interrupt with a heavier button. You get a crouch medium punch into down heavy and a free mirrorless route, which I think is pretty solid. And that's a trade combos. Obviously, you can do much better routes off of these, but for my personal opinion, I've realized a lot with Luke is that Luke uses a lot of bar, and because of that, I kind of want to keep my me as mirrorless as possible. Obviously, if I can kill, or I can go for something bigger because the opponent doesn't have enough bar to really do much about it, then I'll go for a bigger option. But these are just nice standard, like 1 mirrorless comp. As you see, you do get a pretty solid reward off of this, and I think we'll keep it going with that in the corner. The corner is what makes Luke in my opinion, just because of how much option he has got over these updates. So I think what we'll start off with is doing Luke's mid screen. Obviously, if you don't know or do know Luke's BMB, I will be showing you guys it, because at the same time, this whole video is made for newer players and older players, so everyone can get a grasp on. So Luke's BMB combo: stand heavy punch into back heavy kick, into down heavy punch, into medium knuckle, into light knuckle, into heavy knuckle. For the sake of doing setup, I'm just gonna put Ryu on punish. So we'll just do all of our setups off of stand heavy punch into medium knuckle, because when you punish with Luke's stand heavy, you get access to a fully charged medium. I think it's just easier to show people that, because when you give the image of, oh, I need to do this bread and butter combo, and then I'm using more drive rush to do the setups, that's not what I would want people to do, because Luke is already very drive heavy, and at some point you could probably just burn out doing this setup, and we're not trying to be unoptimal. Also, scrap the idea of doing punish counter, because I realized I have Ryu doing a jab, so the setups are just gonna like mess up. So we're just gonna do everything with down heavy punch, because it's just easy. One of the next setups I want to show, all of these will be corner carry setups. So as you see, you can get heavy punch into light charge knuckle into a shoulder tackle, and the shoulder tackle gives you a free dash, and you can do stand heavy kick and you get a full convert in the corner if they do mash. Personally, I love the charged heavy knuckle one that, you know, all Lukes do. It's just simple, it's a go-to. But at times I love this one because it's so different and it's kind of cool, you know. You get to use all your knuckles, you get the shoulder bash, you get a free dash. Another setup you could do with Luke, which would be a lot simpler, do a down heavy into a shoulder tackle and you get a dash at the knee. I guess in a way you could show it like that would be an easier way of showing it. This one is very specific for two characters, Honda and Marissa. I will make sure to label this as Honda and Marissa specific. This is only applicable to those two characters. So because these characters have armor, they will eat the heavy kick off of safe jump. So because they will eat the heavy kick off safe jumps, you actually need to do a lighter button so you can block their OD reversal. So it's a very weird thing. This one was actually thanks to the people from my local down in SoFlo who helped me figure out this setup, because I didn't really know this was a thing, that you needed to do a light punch off of these armored characters because it will eat the heavy kick. It's very strange, but I thought I would share this with you guys. I'm pretty sure every character has something like this, but for Luke, I didn't know he had this. So I'm very glad that they shared this with me, and let's get on to the next up. As we know, we're going back to the bread and butters with Luke, because Luke actually does have setups off of his bread and butter comp. You can get a shoulder tackle, or you could get a dash light punch into heavy knee and it will land me. As you see, he does get a trade combo, which is very nice. We love trade combos. And now I'll be showing you guys the dash light punch knee. As you see, you do get a full convert off of that. You can get down heavy punch, but it is not an auto timed setup. Because of that, sometimes you only get +6, but if you do it correctly, you do get a +7. So just kind of keep aware of that this setup, you actually do have to make sure you're doing it correct, because if you don't, you will probably do a down heavy punch and be like, wait, why isn't this connecting? Did this guy lie? No, guys, you do have to actually be looking at your screen, and it's not auto time. All right, I think the last stuff I can show you guys is some mid-screen bait with OD. So we'll put Ryu back in ODDP mode. It's basically a lot of rinse and repeat of we just did, but instead of going for the meaty after the setups, you're going for a lighter button to bait a super or bait ODDP. As you see, you can just add jabs or any 5-frame or lower button and you can bait. But if you do throw out the button, guys, please hold back when you're doing it, because if you don't, you will eat the DP. And I'm not trying to have people in the comments tell me,
yo, your setup didn't work.
Guys, we gotta block. To start off, guys, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna show you some light knuckle setups, I'm gonna show you the heavy knuckle subs. I'll show you the safe jumps. I'll show you some corner stuff, and yeah. So we're here in the corner with Luke. You can get a lot of setups with his light knuckle here, and that only require at most 2 bars. You can keep it mirrorless, or you can keep extending off of it, and you can use a bar of mirror to extend on the damage and get a little afterward. 3 subs you can do here is you can do heavy punch into perfect knuckle into double DP if I don't whiff it. As you see, you get the double DP. You could do double into uncharge into light DP or medium DP, but with medium and light DP you guys have to be in the corner, or at least close enough to be in the corner, because unfortunately with the light knuckle change, Luke cannot always do the double knuckle into DP because the properties of his light knuckle have changed. But because of that, we do get that we can actually DP off of our uncharged knuckle in the corner. You do get a pretty good reward, obviously, if you do this. You can do all of this damage for mirrorless. Realistically, you don't have to do the level 2, but because you can get light and jab off of this, you can do 2 crouching medium punches, a light kick, a light knuckle, and a medium DP. So you could do jab after the DP. You get a dash and you're safe from it. Even if you did light DP, you kind of still get the same, but you know, it's nice to just get a little bit more damage. To continue corner subs, you do get a safe jump if you do know the air knuckle combo, ODDP. Get a free safe jump. You can also, if you do the full sequence of the knuckle, you get DP. You can get a light kick after because the crouch medium punch leaves you +5. Obviously, if you have a hard read, you can still apply this to bang keys and they'll fall for that. Or you could do, this is my personal favorite, I love doing double crouch jab just because it looks like, oh damn, he's doing 2 jabs, like I'm just gonna rip it. That's some like OD sure you can baits you can do. You can actually get a crouch medium punch a lot in the corner. You're frame killing with Luke. Crouch medium punch, his light jab, or his light kick. You could also do stand light kick as well because it's 5 frames. Off of their knockdowns, off of any DP knockdowns, you can just keep frame killing with that, and you can get a lot of good baits. With the frame kills, if you do jab or crouch medium punch, you do get a grab. The grab is very legit. They cannot mash out of it. If they try mashing, they will eat a counter hit. You see, they eat a counter hit because that is a genuine frame kill. They cannot press on that. They have to ODDP it or drag reversal. Actually, we do have to go mid-screen for because Luke, he is able to wall bounce corner, but he does actually have some pretty solid options. As you see, you can frame kill with crouch jab into forward heavy target combo into sandblast deep key, you can also do this with heavy knee. You get the same result, but heavy knee gives you a better damage route. And obviously, if you do both of these setups, you are me. Usually the mindset is if they block your forward heavy punch me, then you kind of want to see what their reaction is. Are they gonna perfect parry the third one? Are they gonna DI? Or are they gonna just ODD? You can play around with it, but the first forward heavy punch is legit. Show you guys the knee one. As you see, the knee does give you a better damage route. You can set up a safe jump after it. You can go for frame kills. You get a lot more off of the knee one, but the knee is easier to spot because it is a heavy button and a lot of people do perfect parry it at a certain level. But if you see you're getting away with using heavy kick a lot, then you should definitely implement your offense after a knock. Now, the next two setups I'm going to show you, these are a lot more simpler for doing jumps in the corner. If you're having troubles with the air knuckle, you could just do a heavy punch into a charged light knuckle into a sandblast, medium sandblast, and you just get a free safe jump. You get a pretty nice little safe jump, not too hard to do. You could also do level 1 and level 2 off of the medium sandblast. Another setup I wanted to show you guys. This one's a little bit weird, but personally I love this setup. I remember seeing someone do it and I'm like, yo, that's kind of sick. So what you do is, instead of jumping up to do the medium knuckle in the air after you get your light knuckle launcher, you can do an overhead and time a heavy knee to get a meaty set. I don't know about you guys. That's kind of sick, no? I know it looks a little bit goofy, and I don't really see Luke's go for it. Obviously, it makes sense because it's a little bit of a gamble, but it does hit me. It is a genuine setup. That's just a nice little setup I wanted to share with you guys. And then now, obviously, I think this is a more simpler setup. If you do get a DI wall splat, you can do the air knuckle combo as you usually do. You just have to do either stand heavy punch, or you could do suppressor punch, which would be back heavy punch, into a charged light knuckle. As you see, not too hard. I'm pretty sure you could get a sandblast. You see, if you have troubles with the air knuckle, you can just do the simpler option and you're missing out only on 200 damage, which, to be honest, is not that bad. It's a safer option, and whatever you're most comfortable with, you can go with. They're nice. They're simple, and that's what we like, you know, something simple, something easy to understand. So, to be honest, that kind of wraps up a lot of the Luke setup, since he doesn't really have too much going right now. A lot of the subs are pretty much the same. It's just adding another layer to it by just adding a jab, or just doing a couple more buttons to get a better frame kill. That's at most what you're getting with Luke. I do thank you guys for watching. I really love that you guys are supporting me on all these uploads. I'm trying to get as much content out. If you guys do have any setups that I didn't cover, please let me know down in the comments, so when I make an updated version, I will try out your setups and see that, oh, does this work, does this not? Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one.